Everyone has abs. It's just part of your body. They're probably under a layer of body fat, whatever that might look like. For some people, that might look like 15%. For some people, it might look like 40%. For most men, abs become visible around 10 to 12% body fat. For most women, around maybe 16 to 19%. That requires a significant and sustained calorie deficit. Now, it is achievable, but I'll be honest, it's a shit ton of work. It's also something that isn't very sustainable. The problem is we look at some of the other people within the fitness industry and maybe some other people that might be at our gyms and whatever, and we're looking at them and we're like, fuck, they got six-pack abs, they're shredded and all this kind of stuff. But what we don't know is what they're like. If you take someone who naturally carries around a lot more body fat, I'm not saying it's impossible, but it'll be harder for them to get to that look. Okay, fine. You've got the willpower, you put in the fucking hard work. You're like, I'm gonna get abs, I'm gonna get it. Okay, fine, you got it. Just because you got it doesn't mean now this is yours forever. It's now something that you have to sustain. If you're someone who naturally carries around more body fat, you have to work extremely hard to keep that look. I know, because I've done that. And I'll be very honest with you, I kept it up for a while. And in that time, I was hungry almost all the fucking time. I was absolutely killing myself with working out and activity and all that. At the time, I had actually had a manual labor job. And I would wake up and I would train for 2 hours before going to my manual labor job. And the manual labor job was pretty fucking intense. There was a time where I was eating 1 meal a day. That meal was basically chicken and a little bit of cheese. That was it. It got to a point where I was literally like, this is not fucking worth it. Everyone told me I looked fucking amazing. But inside, how I felt, I was tired. I was always tired, hungry. My sex drive was absolutely fucking shot. It really wasn't a great experience. Now, yeah, personally, I carry around a lot more body fat on me. I like it because I look bigger. I am bigger. Strength is really good. Now, the tired that I feel, well, that's just because of how I run my life. Well, I'm not tired like I was then. Like then I was just literally dragging my fucking ass throughout life. I'm not consistently hungry. When I had the abs and all that, it felt like every time I ate, I was never able to eat where I was full, satiated, happy. And this is not just exclusive to me. I've replicated this with clients. And even they, like, I tell them, this is what you need to expect. You're going to have this, you're going to have that. They're like, yeah. They don't believe it. And then they're in it. And then all of a sudden, like, Fia, I don't fucking want this anymore. And then we start to build the body fat up a bit more. And then they start to feel better. So understand that when you're looking around and you're setting your goals. Because I've got some friends who, they look fantastic. And no matter what, they've got abs. And we're talking, like, fucking abs. But for the longest while, I've known them for a very long time. Some of them are fucking natural. I know that. But abs is something that they've always had. And even if they go on holiday and they really push the boat out and they fucking eat and they kind of have that point where the abs disappear, well, they come back and within about a month, the abs are back again. So if we look at that as a set point for an individual, then you have someone like me. I put muscle on really quickly. I put weight in general on really quickly. So that weight could be muscle or it could be body fat. But then you have some people, the people with the abs, who don't put on muscle that quick or weight that quick. Some of the people who have the abs have said to me, they're a hard gainer. They've been at this weight forever and all this kind of stuff. So you have to understand, me, I can't give a fuck about abs now. I want to be strong. I want to be big. You know, I like powerful. I like the kind of images of like Bane or fucking Maui, yeah? Eddie Hall, like a strong man, like a rugby player, NFL player, that kind of stuff. That's kind of what I like right now. I don't care about abs. I don't give a fuck about it. But there was a point in my life where abs was kind of the top of that mountain. So just have a think about how important the goal of having abs is. The other thing about when I had the abs was I was weak as fuck because of how low I had to bring my weight down for those abs to show out. And I didn't like the fact that I was weak. End of the day, you can watch this video and some people might understand it and be like, yeah, okay, maybe I won't bother with that. Maybe I have other plans. But some people will be like, yeah, you're just a fat fuck, blah, 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 whatever. And unfortunately, you're probably just going to have to experience it yourself. I hope this makes sense to whoever it needed to make sense to.